This dense forest could be anywhere in India, Sri Lanka, or even the edges of Nepal. This beautiful cat is your mom, and she chose this cozy little rock crevice. It's just big enough for her and too small for anything that would want to eat you. Smart move, especially when you're about to give birth to two completely helpless newborns. That's you, blind, deaf, and barely stretching to a majestic 5 inches long. You're officially the smallest wildcat in the world. What a title to start life with. For the first week, your world is nothing but darkness and milk. Your mom has to leave to hunt, which means you're on your own for hours at a time. Good luck with that. After about 12 days of absolute darkness, your eyes finally open. You start to see the world you'll have to survive in. But the real danger begins around your first month, when you have to leave the den and face the outside world. And that guy over there, that was your father. Your first days outside the den are all about watching your mother, copying her every move, and trying to figure out how to stay alive. Because, as you can see, the brutal laws of this forest are definitely not in your favor. No worries though. Your footpads are soft and narrow, letting you move silently, even across dry leaves. That's a huge advantage when you're snack-sized for almost everything with teeth. Congrats, you no longer have to share your food with siblings, but something's coming toward you. When you feel threatened, you rely on 3 defense strategies perfected over millions of years. First, freeze completely. Predators have a hard time spotting you when you're motionless. Sometimes it fails. Then you switch to option 2, sprinting at full speed. Your reaction time is so fast that fox probably thought you vanished into thin air. Your muscles store energy like compressed springs, releasing it in one explosive burst. That takes you from stillness to top speed in the blink of an eye. Option 3. Hide in tiny spaces that bigger predators can't reach. This is where you truly appreciate the perks of being the smallest cat alive in this dangerous world. All that running might leave you hungry. Time for your first hunting attempts. You target insects and small reptiles, replaying every move you watched your mom make. Your brain knows exactly what to do, but your body is still figuring out the controls. It looks more like someone having a seizure near a butterfly. Don't worry, your first attempts have basically a 0% success rate anyway. That's why mom steps in and shares tiny pieces of her prey with you. Fast forward a bit. You're 6 months old and starting to get aggressive toward other cats. It's not personal, it's instinct. Your kind prefers a solitary life. So you pack up your tiny paws, leave your birthplace like a rebellious teenager, and claim a new spot nearby. You don't stray too far from mom's territory. You're still young and not exactly street smart yet. You mark your new territory with urine that smells strangely like buttered popcorn. Even predators think they've stumbled into a movie theater. You patrol your borders with the seriousness of a tiny furry security guard, chasing off any cat that even thinks about stopping by. No visitors allowed. Even though you could fit in the palm of a human hand, you've got to respect the confidence. Your daily routine is simple. Sleep all day in places nobody would think to look. Then emerge at dusk to practice being terrifying at miniature scale. Your bright green eyes shine thanks to the tapetum lucidum, a reflective layer behind your retina that gives you night vision about 6 times better than a human's. Your ears can pick up the sound of a mouse breathing from 50 feet away. Not bad for ears the size of fingernails. There it is, your hunting technique in action. You stalk prey with the intensity of a serial killer, moving just one paw at a time, body so low to the ground you're practically doing a military crawl. Then your tiny jaws clamp down on a mouse twice the size of your head. How? You might be small, but your teeth are needle sharp, and your bite force is surprisingly strong. For a cat that weighs less than a bag of sugar. Days go by, sleeping through daylight, hunting in darkness, training hard. Little by little, you get better. You learn to take down prey nearly your own size, completely defying normal predator-prey rules. By 12 months old, you're officially an adult, and still basically a fluffy kitten forever. You reach a whopping 3.5 pounds and stretch to about 14 inches, not including your tail. You're the feline version of minimalism, stripped down, silent, and optimized for invisibility. Your ancestors took the opposite evolutionary path from the big cats, while lions and tigers were getting bigger and stronger. Your lineage shrank, vanishing into the underbrush. Smaller body means lower caloric needs. A sustainable life in environments where food isn't always plentiful. You got better at climbing thin branches, leaping precisely, and navigating vegetation so dense it would give other cats claustrophobia. Genetically, you're more distant from domestic cats than those big jungle cats are. You're not a mini-house cat gone wild. You're the product of a completely different survival strategy. Your territory spans 1 to 5 square kilometers, depending on food availability. You maintain a secret network of hideouts, favorite trees, rock formations, and dense thickets, all linked by tiny pathways only something your size can zoom through at top speed. It's your personal escape route system, because you never know when you'll need to vanish like a ninja. As an adult, your menu expands: birds, rodents, frogs, and even the occasional larger lizard. You hunt primarily at night, with bursts of activity at dusk and dawn when prey is active, but can't match your superior low-light vision. During monsoon season, you shift to a higher ground, while other predators struggle with flooded areas. You've adapted to forest edges, agricultural borders, and even the outskirts of rural villages where rodents concentrate around human food stores. In those places, you become the unpaid pest control service, silently eliminating more rodents than farmers' traps and poison ever could. You maintain ecological balance. Without you and your kind, rodent populations would explode, destroying vegetation and spreading disease. You're a tiny guardian most humans never even notice. But your invisibility has become your greatest weakness. Fast forward 3 years. You've reached the elder stage of rusty spotted cat life. Your experience now outweighs raw speed. But something feels different. Strange scents fill the air, acrid and unnatural. The ground trembles with mechanical rhythms. It started with distant roars that scattered birds and made prey vanish. Then humans arrived with machines that felled trees, sending thunderous crashes through your territory. Each day they pushed deeper. You tried to adjust shifting routes, avoiding destruction zones, finding new hideouts, but the changes accelerated. The dense undergrowth that provided perfect cover is gone. Your network of pathways now leads nowhere, just bare earth and stumps. You're forced into marginal habitats that are too exposed and too dangerous. Your hunts grow desperate and unsuccessful. Those muscles, once primed for explosive speed, waste away. As meals become rare, one morning, massive machines approach. The ground vibrations rattle your bones. You flee, abandoning your last suitable habitat. You find yourself in alien terrain, open fields where forests once stood, with only thin strips of vegetation between vast, empty spaces. Night brings new dangers, blinding lights racing along hard black rivers. You bolt across one. Something's coming closer. The driver doesn't stop. It doesn't even notice what it hit. Just another shadow, too small to matter. Rain washes away the blood traces, erasing evidence you ever existed, while the machines continue consuming forest miles away. The IUCN lists your species as near threatened. But that label barely captures the reality. Your entire global population is fragmented and tiny, fewer than 10,000 mature individuals, with no known local population exceeding 1,000 adults. You're scattered across disjointed patches of forest in India, Sri Lanka, and Nepal. After millions of years of evolving to be smaller, quieter, and sneakier, here you are, munching on bugs and tiny lizards, while your distant cousins feast on deer and buffalo. Your evolutionary advantage of invisibility has become your greatest vulnerability in a world rapidly being reshaped by humans. How do you save something that most people don't even know exists? And I really wonder what will happen to these forests after your extinction, especially since you help control rodent and insect populations that destroy plants and spread disease.